Alrighty, we are here with Coach Billings and cross-country runner Julia Zurek. The first meet for you guys was Friday in Maryville, Missouri, and it was the Bearcat Invitational. It was probably one of the toughest meets that includes Mid-American Nazarene and Northwest Missouri State. You guys ended up finishing third out of the three teams, but you guys had a pretty strong showing. How do you guys felt like you did overall?
Well, the Bearcat Invite is always the toughest meet of the year because when we run in that meet, usually we've had 8 to 9 days of practice and that's it. So really that's not a lot of time for us to get in shape. So really we kind of just use the Bearcat Invite as a test to see how good of shape we are in from the summer and our summer of running. So also the difficult thing about the Bearcat Invite is it's an evening meet. It starts at 6 o'clock, and while this year it was a little bit cooler, it was still around 80 degrees at the starting time, and 80 degrees is pretty warm for a starting time, and that's typical of that meet, just for it to be hot and humid. So not only is it the first meet of the year that makes it tough, because it's the hottest meet of the year as well.
What are some things you guys can improve on?
Well, our times at the Bearcat Invite, as expected, were a little bit slower than normal. So we work on improving throughout the entire season. We don't want to run our best times of the year at the Bearcat Invite. So I told the girls when we got done at the Bearcat Invite that this was a starting point. We know we can get better. We know we have work to do, and that's what we've done these last couple of weeks here in between the Bearcat Invite and the Bronco Stampede, is just go to work and dig in, getting not only longer runs, but also working on our speed and our tempo as well.
Julia, you were the top finisher with a time of 24 minutes and 33 seconds. How has your experience helped your team and the younger cats develop?
Well, how does my experience? I would say that just being able to like kind of give the girls a heads up on like this meet's hard, but like it'll definitely get better is like kind of encouraging, because it is really hard. And last year that was my first meet I'd ever run in my life, and so I was really like scared after that kind of, and so I think it was just easy to tell them like this kind of stinks, but like it definitely gets better. And it like I love cross country now, and so I think just having like that experience is motivating to them, and just I don't know, I would like to be a good role model, so hopefully that just
Julia is a very good leader. Every day in practice, Julia is a good leader, and when we go to meets, Julia is a good leader. She's a good example of just working hard in practice every day, no matter how she's feeling, no matter what's going on. And the same goes for meets. She just digs in and she works hard, and she did that at the Bearcat Invite.
This was your guys' first meet of the season, obviously. Tell us a little bit about the process to get some of the newer Bobcat cross-country runners, or any, just what you guys do to get prepared.
Well, one of the nice things about all the freshmen that have come in this year is they all have high school cross-country experience. Lots of times before, some girls that came in as freshmen, they didn't have actual cross-country experience. Maybe they had run long distance and track, but that's different than cross-country. So a lot of them knew what was coming. They had run in a cross-country meet before, but we just try to make it clear that the competition level in a college cross-country meet is extremely at a higher level than what they're seeing at typical high school meets. The girls that win state in high school, there's maybe 1 or 2 of those that are running those top times at the state meet in high school, whereas the meets that we go to, those times that were top times in high school are now about the first 20 to 30 runners that come in at our meets. Those are the top times. So college meets, and especially our conference, much more competitive than the high school meets. So we just try to prepare them to not think too hard about it, to have realistic expectations about what they're going to be able to do.
And one more thing real fast, I'd say that by running in Peru, like they probably weren't ready for all the hills, but it at least gets us ready for hilly meets, because we run hills every day.
Right.
Kind of going off of that, you guys have 15 runners this year, 4 seniors, 5 returners, and 7 freshmen. which is actually the largest team Peru has ever had. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, it's great to have numbers, the large numbers, because we go to meets, whereas 5 years ago when I started and we had 6 people, we were always the smallest team. Now when we go to meets, we kind of look like everyone else. We have a lot of runners. And the more runners we have, the more runners there are to push each other. You know, of course you have your top finishers that only do the scoring, but that doesn't mean that the other people on the team don't have a job, because we have that many runners behind that can just pick off other runners to increase their score. So having a team of 15 has been really wonderful. It's great to get to know all the girls and the camaraderie with the bigger team. So yeah, it's nice, and we hope that you know, those 7 incoming freshmen and the other underclassmen as well, the sophomores and the juniors, that they stick around and continue to be a part of the team for the rest of their years at Peru.
Moving on to your guys' next meet, which is Saturday, September 15th in Hastings, Nebraska, the Bronco Stampede. What are some of the things that you guys have done like this week just to get prepared for that? Any sort of improvements or different training have you guys done to improve?
Right. Well, this week, as I said in the beginning, when we finished at the Bearcat Invite on Friday night, I told the girls, okay, we've got 2 weeks now off that we're going to prepare for our next meet. So be prepared to work hard. And how we did that, the first few weeks of practice, we're really kind of just getting out there and just running for distance, running for time. We didn't focus a lot on our tempo or on our speed. Now, this week, we really dug in. On Tuesday morning, we ran 400s at the track, did an interval workout, working on just hitting those splits on every 400 so we can work on dialing in our mile pace. And then this morning, the girls did tempo 800s, where they were running 800s at race pace. So really, they've had 2 difficult workouts this week, a speed workout on the track and a speed workout on the treadmill. So that's what we're doing. I always tell the girls, in order for us to get faster and to run faster, we have to practice running faster, and that's what we did this week.
And lastly, what are some goals you guys have for this season?
Well, I guess like personal goals is, well, I have like a time in my head that I want to hit, that I know I can hit, but so hopefully maybe at Hastings I can hit it. The first meet, it's scary, I get nervous, but I'm hoping at this next meet I can get that time, and I just want to PR at each meet, which is what I like about cross country, because it's more not like I'm not so worried that I'm not going to get first, because there's like hundreds of us and I know I'm not going to get first, but like it's just like a good sport to work better yourself. So like every week I just go into thinking like I want to just run better than I did last meet, and so that's like my main goal. Then our team goal is just that we all get faster as a team, and that we all just, I can already tell like we all get along really well, and I just really like our new girls, and I just want us to have a fun season.
Yeah, as far as goals go, you know, we set individual goals and we set team goals. For example, last week before the Bearcat Invite, I have the girls write down their A goal, which is, it's like, I'm rocking it, I'm firing on all cylinders today, and this is my best time that I can do today. And then they set a B goal that is one of those things where it's like, okay, I know I can get this time. This is a time that I know I can get. But then also on top of that, they also set another goal that's not a time-related goal. Maybe just one of the goal could be, I want to run the second half of the race faster than I ran the first half, or I want to run every hill strong, or I want to pass 2 people on the second half of the race. We do that for every meet. And like I told the girls, I get really excited when people start cutting 30 seconds, 40 seconds, even a minute to a 2 minute off their times as we go through the year. So that's always what we want. We used this as a test. At the Bearcat Invite, we have those results, and now each meet we just work on just cutting time off. And it's not always going to happen. We're not always going to cut time off, but by the end of the year at our conference meet, we want to be PRing at our conference meet. We want to run our fastest times of the year at our conference meet. And there again too, just to be a little bit more competitive in our conference meet that we have been in years past. You know, beat a couple of teams, beat maybe even 3-4 teams in the conference. As I said, our conference is very competitive. Mid-American Nazarene, Benedictine, Baker, they're always good. They're always good. And lots of times those teams are even rated in the NAIA. So we set realistic goals, and we're optimistic, and we do everything we can to reach those goals.
Awesome. Sweet. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on Peru State Sports Network. Coach Billings, Julia, thank you guys. And good luck at your next meet. Anything for the fans?
Go Bobcats.
Thank you guys.